Hey y'all, it's Robert. It's been a while since I made a video on any knappings, so I figured I'd try to give y'all an update on some quartz that I have knapped recently. Some are a little older. I'll start it out with probably the favorite piece of quartz that I have done, and I will go no further with. I don't know if you can see how translucent that is, but that's probably my favorite piece, only because it's big, and for quartz, if you've ever tried to knap quartz, it's just so brittle and it's not forgiving, that's for sure. So I got to that point and I decided, I'm just going to leave that as a big blade. But anyway, here's one with a little bevel. And somewhat thin. Sorry about the blue background, only thing I could find. Here's one. And some of the shapes just turn out with, with quartz, you get what it gives you. Most of this I find either when I'm out hunting, some of it's pretty thin, or sometimes I'll just go look for quartz. I don't live far from a creek. As a matter of fact, it's just right down the hill, and so I'll get in the creek. This is crystal quartz. I actually didn't find this piece of quartz. This is probably the only piece of quartz in here that I didn't find. But you can see that crack. Quartz will crack in the center, or crack all in it, and you just, if it's clear enough, you can get it and take a look. You'll be able to hold it up to the light and catch where those are and try to avoid them. Otherwise, they usually end up breaking on you. A little Clovis. This one I tried to run a flute. I don't know if you can see it. The lighting's kind of rough. That's a pretty good one. This is my lucky rock. Everywhere, whenever I go on a trip or we go hunting, a lot of times I'll take this one with me. And I guess I'll have to get buried with it. I've had it for so many times in my pocket and rubbed dirt on it just from my hands being dirty from picking up rocks that it's almost got a patina on it. And quartz is kind of hard to I guess authenticate. I don't want any of them to come across as it's another paleo looking one. I don't want any to come across as I'm trying to trick somebody. My favorite point type used to be the Dalton, but I love these Hardaways. So this one is actually Chalcedony, or greasy quartz. This one I made a long time ago. All y'all that's watched us on YouTube for a long time may remember this one. It's a bunch of iron inside of it right there. It looks dirty, but it's got a pretty wicked bevel. I don't know if you can see that. A little thinning stripe runs down through there. I got some little bitty tiny ones. I like those little CMPs they find out there in Texas. So and then of course I worked on the paleo looking ones. Here's a Hardaway Dalton style from Carolina. Some of them I put my name on the bottom. I tried to inscribe them, but you just can't scratch them. A Yadkin style. This one's kind of thick, but the Yadkins around here are kind of thick. I'll show a couple more of these. This one, oops, the ear got nicked. But you can see how translucent that stuff is. It's crazy. It's like ice, no doubt. But if I see a piece out when I'm looking, when I'm hunting, and I think that I can make something out of it, I'll definitely carry it home. This one, I found this stone. We went to a clear cut on the way home from a show in Carolina, and I came home and not this little wicked looking one. I like it because it's got that smoky tip. It's as clear as it can get. It's pretty thin. Probably my favorite point though that I have made. I've made some to try to make them look real. Like this one, I want to try to make a Dalton that kind of looked real, kind of looked like it's worn out. But this is probably of my favorites. I love the Hardaway point. This one's got, if you could see it, it's got so many bad spots in the rock. You can see the one close to the tip, where the tip should just crack right off. But for quartz, that's pretty thin right there. And I percussion everything down. I don't ever cut anything. It's got a good thinning flake on the base. And then back to that one. I do occasionally get to piddle around with a little flint. This is actually jasper from out in California. Picture frame jasper. I think it came from a fella in California. So I don't actually think the stone itself is from California. And then this is some Texas material. It's pretty thin. I wish I could get some quartz that thin. And then the big Dalton types. I was just trying to work on flaking with this one. I don't know why that's the shinier part of the rock. It's not a slab or anything. I percussioned it down, but just that one part right there. This is made out of coral from Florida. I don't know if you can see the little coral heads. They're a little round. Here's another thin one. And then another big Daltonish looking one. I don't know how long they are. Sometimes I want to try to make them really long, and sometimes I want to try to make them look real, and sometimes I just want to make flakes look good. So this is a really cool one. Looks like a fighter jet. I don't know if you can see that. I don't get to work much flint though, so it's like butter after you work quartz though. Flint is. This is one of my favorite pieces. I like to make blades. You can see these little bevels, like a hair hay. And that thing, you could, no doubt, you could take that and definitely use that. That thing is sharp. And I'll finish off with this drill. Little T drill, T for Terry. Anyway, there's some others in there that I'm not going to get to. The same within here, some that I'm not going to go to. But either way, I don't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to get y'all an update on that. And Indian Trace had wanted to see some others that I had made. As always, y'all, thanks for watching.